When I first heard that Hohem was releasing a new smartphone gimbal, I admit that I was a little skeptical. Just because there are so many great smartphone gimbals out there, I really wondered how this one could be different. Turns out it's quite different. There are 4 features that are semi-unique. I haven't seen them on many smartphone gimbals out there. Definitely have not seen all these features on one gimbal. And there's one feature that I don't think any other smartphone gimbal out there has. But you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. In this video, I'm going to go over those features and introduce you to the Hohem iSteady V3. First off, if you're not familiar with a gimbal, it's an electronic stabilizer that helps you get more stable footage whenever you're shooting with a camera. In this case, it's a phone. So this gimbal comes in either black or white, and it works with either Androids or iPhones. It has a clamp, so it just goes around the edge of your phone and snaps into place. One of the first things that struck me about this gimbal when I first unboxed it was how small it is. You can see its size in relation to my iPhone 15 Pro. It's not that much bigger than the iPhone. And it's also nice because it folds, so it makes it very easy to store and use for travel. First thing we're going to do though is focus on the first unique feature about this gimbal, which is a built-in mini tripod. So here on the base, you have a 1/4 hole, so you can mount it to an Arca Swiss plate for a tripod, or a mini tripod, or a selfie stick. But you can also pull out these little feet, and that gives us a nice stable base to start assembling the gimbal. So a lot of other gimbals out there come with their own mini tripod that you have to attach to the 1/4 hole in the bottom to give the gimbal a base. And this is one of very few that I've seen that has the tripod built in. So the first thing you want to do is deploy that mini tripod, set the gimbal down, and then unfold it. Now you can see the attachment here where your phone goes in. So it's not a magnetic attachment, unfortunately. That is something that I do like to see on gimbals because it's really quick to set your gimbal up and put your phone in. But the nice thing about this is that it's universal compatibility. After the phone is attached, we can then go over to the side power button and power the gimbal on. And just like that, we have everything balanced, and we can go ahead and start using this gimbal and phone combination as is. But there are a few other features that I want to highlight. The first is this little area here. You can actually pull it up and reveal this extension rod. You can see that it's quite tall. When I'm sitting here, it's just about up to my forehead. So if you wanted to use this gimbal as is, you have the tripod base, you have this extension pole, and it's really great for getting these eye-level shots if you're sitting at a table. The third unique feature that I want to highlight is this little bit on top of the gimbal, and that is an AI tracker. So AI tracking is something that I am seeing more and more on gimbals, but it is a relatively new feature. But a lot of gimbals out there make you attach the gimbal to the smartphone app in order to activate that AI tracking. But the nice thing about Hohem gimbals is that they often come with these little AI trackers. So you can start the AI tracking without having to attach the phone to any kind of app. This AI tracker can actually be detached, so you can have it facing one direction or face the other direction. I'm going to have it face me so I can use the front-facing camera on my phone to do a little demonstration of how it works. So the first thing you want to do is attach the AI tracker in the direction that you want it to face. Also flip the on switch, there will be a little red light indicating that it turned on. And now we can start to use the gesture controls. So the OK sign will activate it and tell it to start tracking me. You can see that I'm quite close to it. It's doing a good job. I can get a little bit further away, and it's still tracking me pretty well. Once I want it to stop, I just hold up all 5 fingers and it'll stop tracking. So that is pretty neat. The other nice thing about this AI tracker is that it also doubles as a fill light. Go ahead and turn that on. We're going to use the side wheel of the button. We're going to double tap it. Actually, it's a long press. Long press it to turn it on, and now we can use the slider to start activating or controlling the brightness of the light. So that is the maximum brightness. And we can go down to the lowest brightness setting. I don't know about you guys, but I really like fill lights. They are a very quick and simple way to increase the video quality of your camera, whether it's a smartphone or a regular camera. Even when you're out in daylight, they can really help fill in the shadows. And so that's actually one of several tips that I have in my other dedicated video about how to increase the video quality on your smartphone in particular. So check out that video down below if you're interested. Now we reach the fourth and final unique feature of this gimbal, which again, I believe is not present on many other gimbals, maybe any other gimbals, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I have not seen this on a gimbal yet. And that is the control wheel down here. So you have these buttons where you can select the setting of the gimbal and also hit record if you have it connected to Bluetooth. There's also the little joystick thumb wheel to control the position of the gimbal or what direction it's facing in. But the nice thing about this whole panel here is that you can detach it. It's magnetic and it actually serves as a remote control. As you can see, it is quite small, so you do want to keep track of it if you do detach it. But the nice thing is, I can now be further away from my gimbal, and I can start to control what direction it is panning, what direction it's facing. I can change the settings. I can start recording from further away. There's all kinds of things that I can do just from this little remote control. Once I'm done with the remote control, I can just stick it right back into the handle like that, and it attaches back into place. So that is my little introduction to the Hohem iSteady V3. Thank you to Hohem for sponsoring this video and also sending this gimbal out for me to test out, because as you guys may or may not know, I am always on the lookout for other accessories to help me keep my video kit relatively compact. And more these days I'm shooting with my smartphone. So anything that's gonna help me get better smartphone video, I am all for it. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.